Deep in the forest in a cozy cottage lived Snow White. She lived with 7 dwarfs. They were her best friends. There was Doc, grumpy, happy, sleepy, bashful, sneezy, and dopey. Every day was filled with laughter and joy. Snow White kept the cottage tidy. The dwarfs worked hard in the mine. They all loved each other very much. At night, they would gather around the fireplace. Snow White would tell the most wonderful stories. The dwarfs would listen with wide eyes. They felt safe and loved. One day, a strange thing happened. A new dwarf appeared in the woods. His name was Shadowy. He was very shy. Shadowy had been lost for a long time. He didn't know how to find his way back home. He missed his family. The animals of the forest befriended Shadowy. They brought him berries to eat. They kept him company at night. They promised to help him find his way. Shadowy had a secret. He lived in a hidden cave behind a waterfall. The cave shimmered with magical crystals. Inside the cave, Shadowy practiced ancient spells. He learned to talk to animals. He could heal the sick with his touch. Shadowy wanted to use his magic for good. He dreamed of helping others. He believed in the power of love and kindness. Meanwhile, the evil queen was still angry at Snow White. She wanted to be the fairest one of all. She devised a wicked plan. The queen disguised herself as an old woman. She made a poisoned apple. One bite, and Snow White would fall into a deep sleep. The queen set off for the dwarf's cottage. She had an evil glint in her eye. She couldn't wait to see Snow White fall into her trap. Section 5. The Poisoned Apple. The queen tricked Snow White. She gave her the poisoned apple. "Such a lovely apple, dearie. Why don't you take a bite?" she croaked. Snow White, being kind and trusting, took a bite. As soon as she did, she fell to the floor in a deep sleep. The dwarfs were heartbroken. They didn't know what to do. They cried and wished for a miracle. A little bluebird saw everything. It flew as fast as it could to Shadowy's cave. "Snow White is in danger!" the bluebird chirped. Shadowy knew he had to help. He grabbed his magical staff and raced through the forest toward the dwarf's cottage. He had to get there quickly. He was the only one who could save Snow White. He wouldn't let the evil queen win. Shadowy arrived at the cottage. He saw Snow White lying so still. He raised his staff and uttered a powerful spell. The cave shimmered with a warm light. The crystals pulsed with energy.